free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We like deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We like deals, then we flip that plate. Started with none, now I'm in the game. Coaching with Flipman, remember the name. No license, no cash, no shame. Just hustle data and I built my lane. Driving for dollars, eyes on the block. Motivated sellers, I don't miss a shot. ARV low, got the buy on lock. Assignment signed, now watch me pop. Contracts tight, got the tools on deck. Zounce with the list, now cut that check. Follow up game like a FedEx vet. Close in 2 weeks, say less, no sweat. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
They laughing now, but they be calling later. Yo, how you close without no paper? It's that flip man style, ain't no faker. I'm a deal creator, not a chaser. They gatekeep deals, we break them locks. Sending that proof, got the docs on the dock. Due diligence game, yeah, I walk that talk. And the haters just noise like TikTok off. I coach what I know, not just for clout. Real ones know what I'm really about. If you're scared to offer, go ahead and bounce. We make 50K off a mouse click route.
Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. It's Flipman, baby. You scared money? Go get a 9 to 5. But if you about that action, shoot your shot. Offers are free.
It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good evening and welcome to Flipinar 350. We are in here tonight for you guys, and we're going to get a little earlier tonight to the topic. Not this early, but a little earlier. Tonight's topic is turn vacant houses into pay checks with no job. Flipinar 350. Got Adria here to make this thing go as smooth as a baby as you know what. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel wherever you are, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, TikTok, where else are we? Instagram. We all over. Oh, I ain't started the Instagram, my bad. Yes, I did. All right, so yeah, we're in here, and so you can join us on the live to get your questions answered, like your own personal seminar. Just text the word gator, like alligator, to 205-964-5243, and that'll get you going in the right direction as far as coming on live with us and asking your questions. For some odd reason, old video of mine posted on, we post a lot of stuff that's been done before. Posted on Facebook. I have no idea why this video went viral, but it has. Like viral for me. Last I checked, it had, let's see.
What is it about?
You're gonna be like, huh? Trust me, you're gonna be like, huh? Let me see, where's the video? Here it is. So as of right now, it has, well, I can't see the thing. It has 609,000 views.
What? That is awesome. What is this thing?
I know you were gonna say. I have no idea. I had no idea.
I can tell by the shirt.
The shirt on, like on the back cap, whatever. But yeah. So anyway, so welcome if you're new to this. I sent out a text message to the people that were, did the CTA, the call to action. Text the word vacant to get trained and blah blah blah. So quite a few people did. So here we are.
Whatever gets them here.
Yeah, so that's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy.
Okay. Welcome.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
you're
gonna take over. All right. So thank you all for being here on this Thursday evening. Okay. Y'all still got time to like, share, subscribe, and bring a friend. So now I'm gonna be looking at the chat, trying to see if it's new names that I haven't recognized. But for the ones that I do recognize, what's up, Ricky and Lincoln and Cass and Debbie and Scooter? Thank you all for being here. I see you, James Bolden, Bill Scott. I'll get to your question. Aizen and Antoine and Charlotte. Thank you all for being here. So we got Lincoln joining us from Houston, and Cass represents Pasadena, California, as always, and Debbie and Scooter. Dang, I forgot. Debbie, where you from? I should know that. Charge my mind, not my heart. Charge my heart, not my mind. Something. But this is a place. Hey, Jerome, thank you for being here as well. So this is how it works. You post the questions. I'll read the question and Ty will answer the question. Yeah. Hey, Maurice from ATL. Thank you for being here tonight. Again, I'm saying you can text the word Gator, Gator, to the number 205-964-5243 and join us to get bumped to the front of the line, as Ty mentioned, and ask your question along with any follow-up questions that you may have. So what we talk about is wholesaling real estate with little to no cash or credit, in addition to other creative ways to invest in real estate. So let's see here. Jerome from Pittsburgh, PA. Thank you for being here. Emily, Tiva's Tea Time with Kitchen Talk, representing Pittsburgh as well. Okay, Jerome, there's somebody in your backyard. Tiva's is from New Orleans. Jamal, you ready? We're all ready. Let's get to it. On the screen right there, it's going to be a keyword now throughout the show. Tonight and any other night, if you're rewatching or watching for the first time or watching this live, there's going to be keywords that you can text to the number 205-964-5243. That number does not change, although the keyword may change, but that is the number that you want to lock in for the rest of the evening, where there's texting clone, which is to have Flipman coaching on demand, which is Ask Flipman AI. It's tied in your pocket 24 hours a day to ask questions, and the answers will be directly from him. So if you want to subscribe and take advantage of that, CLONE, clone, you can text that. So Ronald from Baltimore and Jamal from Portal, Georgia. Okay, and hey, Kenny. Okay, so go ahead and start posting those questions in the chat there. I see you on TikTok as well. I see Samantha, Lafayette, Alicia, 2 eggs, 1 roll. Okay.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and Elton and Carolyn. So enough of that. Let's jump into the questions. So we're going to scroll up. And I have, let's see here. Ready to get this knowledge, okay. Charlotte has a property that they want us to comp. But Charlotte, let me hold that till we get closer to the middle. So when we show that, the other viewers could see it as well, that process. So I got you, Charlotte, coming up. All right, let's see here. Bill says, so how do I get started with no money down? And James has a question about how much is your course? So if you can answer those two.
Okay, so who was that? James?
Yes. So
James said no money. Who was one?
James is how much is the course?
Okay, who was the other person?
That was going to be Bill Scott. That wants to know how to get started with no money down.
Okay, so that sounds like a question that this is your first introduction to the term or the phrase wholesaling real estate, and basically. Okay, so just understand the process of a real estate transaction. You have a seller, you have a buyer. All right. Normally people don't do a handshake and it's yours now. You're going to have something needs to be recorded to show a transfer. So the start of most real estate transactions is a contract, whether it's somebody selling a piece of real estate for $1,000 or $100 million or $1 billion, doesn't matter. They start with an agreement. Now, obviously, that $100 million deal, the contract may be a little bit more complex than a $1,000 deal, but they all start with a contract. So for you as a wholesaler, that is a opportunity because that contract, the purchase and sales agreement, doesn't give you ownership, but it can give you a gateway into a payday. And how is that so? So you're going to always, since the beginning of time, I guess, people, ever since transactions and something of value has been traded for land or property, whatever, there's been opportunities to make money by you finding something for someone and they paying you a fee. So the way we do it here in this world, and I thought wholesaling, I guess it has been, but somebody really put like a title to it and a strategy to it, and that really only happened after the World War II, from my understanding. Okay. Right. So, but I'm sure it was happening before. But anyway, so if you can find a great real estate deal tied up with that purchase and sales agreement that doesn't give you ownership, listen to the term, purchase and sales agreement. It is only to initiate the process of buying it. You have something of value, possibly, that people will pay you a handsome fee to move out of the way. So that's why you don't need any money, because the cash buyer, the person with the resources, normally has to be cash or really quick money that you're not jumping through the hoops to deal with a bank when you talk about houses anyway, is an opportunity for them to pay you a fee. Example, you find the house, let's just say it's worth $250,000, but for whatever reason, you can get it for $100,000. So just quick math. And it may need, I don't know, $50,000, $60,000 in repairs. So you can get it for $100,000. So, and now you market the deal out that you have a property that you're trying to sell it for $125,000. All right. So that still leaves enough room in there for most investors to wet their beak on spending that type of money with a purchase and renovations. So now, if someone steps forward and say they want that property and they take a look at it and say, hey, I can close as soon as we get a clear title. So now we're talking 7 to 10 days, if not sooner. Right. And so you sign a contract with them, but you all don't agree on the 125. You agree on, he said he can do 119. Right. You agree on that because he says he can close fast. So now you have a contract for $100,000 with the seller. Then you have a contract with the buyer for 119. Guess what? That middle is yours, which is the 19,000. So the person, the cash buyer, they're funding the deal. That's why you don't need any money, quote unquote, no money down, the term that he used. That's why your money or your credit situation won't matter if you master how to locate great deals. Now, this title says turn vacant houses into paychecks with no job. That vacant houses a lot of times is a sign that someone may be motivated. Doesn't always mean that, trust me. Doesn't always mean that, but it's a sign that someone may be motivated to sell cheap enough for it to be a great deal to someone to pay you a fee to do it. So I don't know if I went around the world, if I explained it where you can understand it, but I tried to simplify it as much as possible, assuming, a lot of people might not know anything about real estate. So. All right, I think you did a good job.
And if you need any follow-up questions, guys, just put it in the chat and I'll be sure to read the follow-up. Okay, so let's see here. So Emily says,
we didn't answer the question about the coach, about the course. Now, so, okay, so first of all, let me establish. So, and people like, I didn't know I could get all this on YouTube. First of all, I give away everything for free on YouTube, right? I've been putting out content since 2008. You old schoolers that have been with me around a long time, let's say, who don't know that? A lot of people don't know it, right? So I put out courses since 2008, right? And so, I put out free content since 2008. So almost 17 years next month, matter of fact, I think August 5th. And so it's over 2,000 videos, over 2,300 if you include the YouTube shorts. The long form is 1,000. We have 350, well, minimum of 300. I think we need to start counting the first. Yeah. So we have 350, what we call Flipinar. That's a seminar and a webinar. I had a baby and it's produced a Flipinar. Yeah. Okay. So everything you really need to know is right here on my YouTube channel for free, first of all. But you asked about the paid stuff. Now, the YouTube videos, they're not in any certain order. I do have a couple of playlists that are somewhat combined with some videos that'll get you going in the right direction, but that can be overwhelming. But I go into detail in most stuff that I talk about. I'm going to tell you what I know, right? And so, but I do, for some people, that's not fast enough, and some people want more of a hands-on approach. So you can speed the process up with just the courses themselves. Now, you can get access to those by just simply joining my school community, which is only $49 at the current price. I think it's $49 a month, right? You can join that. Just text the word SHIP, SHIP to 205-964-5243. So what that gets you, a course on wholesaling houses, course on wholesaling land, and wholesaling self-storage facilities. Along with actually the community itself. I'm in there on a daily basis answering questions. So, you know, I think that's a good price for all of that you could possibly get. You have the opportunity to network with others. Now, if you actually want coaching one-on-one with me, then that's a different ball game. You just have to hit me up on that, because that changes. I don't like to quote that price because it changes or whatever, but you can assume it's a lot more than other stuff because you're actually getting into my time. But you deal directly with me. You're not passed off on anyone. The way I run it is that I don't put any limitations on when students can reach out to me. A lot of you have heard me have this spiel, but obviously I have a little life. I have a little business, but I'm not hard to reach. I literally answer the phone 7 days a week. You know, so just reach out to me about the actual pricing for the one-on-one coaching.
All right. And what you can do is you can text that number we talked about, 205-964-5243.
Oh, and then I have the Flipman clone. What is wrong with me?
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Okay, so yeah. So wait a minute. Whoa. We have the Flipman clone now. That's 24/7 access. Yeah. That's all of those videos that I just mentioned uploaded to AI. So that's me talking, right? Mm-hmm. Whether through text or actual voice, it's me. It's me. You know, it thinks like me. It's going to answer the way I would answer. Now, that's probably the best option going for the price, because it's from the videos. You can actually reference the videos.
Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and we will demo that before we close out today. Most definitely. You can use that. Ask some of the questions that you have in the chat here. We will ask Flipman AI and utilize that service so you can see firsthand how awesome it is. Okay, so going back to our questions here, hopefully James answered your question along with Tivis as well. I'm sorry. And we have the property search site requires money to use. So yes, some search sites require money.
If you're talking about I'm gonna demo one of them tonight, the main one that I use on a lot. Okay. There's several of them, but so you can, so we might as well go into it, since they're talking about it. So
okay, let's do it.
We're gonna go ahead and go into the topic. So it's basically a demo. So it took me I had a light bulb effect earlier today.
Maria on TikTok, I see you said hello, everyone. Hello to you.
Yeah. Now TikTok, this is going to be a different experience for you guys. I'm about to start this on YouTube at the 20-minute mark, basically 19-minute mark or whatever. So I'm gonna be demoing my screen. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you. So, but I appreciate you all joining us. So this is going to be a little different. All right. So, so you're riding by a house. So let's just go back. We were talking about it the other day. So you were riding by a house.
Am I driving?
In 1990.
Oh, you want to do this again?
Yeah, we were riding by a house in 1990.
Okay.
Right. And so the house is obviously vacant.
Yes.
Okay. I guess you could figure out the address. Sometimes you don't have a number on the mailbox. Sometimes you don't have a number on the house. Mm-hmm. I think I would have thought about this back in 1990, but maybe not. I'm going to look at the addresses next door and across the street to try to figure it out.
Correct.
Right? Ideally, that's what you'll do. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, they have the numbers either on the mailbox and or the house, either directly across the street or on the left or the right. Hopefully.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not always the case. Okay. All right, so you don't have GPS, none of that, right? Okay, so So now you would have to figure all that out. Then you have to go down to the courthouse. Hopefully, whoever you're speaking to having a great day that day, right? And so, and they help you. Now, I guess they were dealing with the green screens and everything back then. A lot of that was probably in paper, though, wasn't it? A lot of that stuff probably hadn't even transitioned, depending on the county, hadn't even transitioned to computers. It just depends on where you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. All right. So, but I guess what the hell is, well, it is what it is. 10 years from now, this will be terrible. So, so anyway, so you would have to go through that entire process just to look up that one house. So I guess it would be to your advantage to drop down as many as possible, and then make your maximize your day, right? Okay, this is back in 1990 what you would have had to have done. All right, then you have to go through the process of trying to, once you determine who the owner is, now I got to figure out how to get in touch with them. So I guess we pick up the white pages and try to call them. Hopefully their number's listed. Now the good thing about then versus now, you probably had a better opportunity of getting them on the phone versus now back then, I would think. Because you didn't have everybody got multiple phones. You call somebody's house, they or somebody, you know what I'm saying? So that is the positive, I think, back then versus now or whatever. So hopefully that number is listed, though. Now, if their number is not listed, you're in trouble. It wasn't missed. It wasn't too many. It ain't how it really worked back then, was it? Yeah. So anyway, so you have to go through that stuff. So let's add technology to all of that. Okay. All right. So now you don't have to go through all of that, right? You can build a list of thousands of individual vacant houses without even actually going to see if they're vacant or not. It's a strong possibility based on the U.S. Postal Service's data that the houses are vacant. All right. Also, you can take a tool and take it to the next level to get their phone number. So we're going to go through that part of it. But actually, what do you do and what do you say when you do call them? We're going to go through that also, right? You think that'll be helpful? All right. I don't know if we're going to go through the entire process of putting the deal together, but we're going to go through the tools part of it or whatever. So, but I'm going to show you where you go, get the contract and all that stuff too. So this is going to be a little bit more demo than we normally do. All right.
So
okay.
Like a A1 day one?
I don't know what that means.
Like for a newbie. Like
well, yeah. Because I'm gonna reuse this content for that. I thought about like that. Well, I don't do that. But anyway, so all right. So first of all, all right. So let's see here. So I'm gonna put down the scroller. So the tool that I'm about to use, I'm gonna add the scroller here at the bottom that you can access. Some of you all have already checked it out earlier today. Text the word tool. Now this tool will allow you what you'll see here in a second. So some of you are familiar, some not. So we call it Digulator, aka PropStream, because I am an affiliate of this particular tool itself. So I'm going to show you my site first. So let me share my screen.
Big App TVE on TikTok. Thank you for joining us tonight.
All right, so I am sharing my screen now. All right, and so should I leave myself on the thing or not?
No, we don't do it.
Okay, we won't do that then. All right, so this is my site, dealator.com. Needs to be updated. I used to look like this too long. All right, so you're going to be able to access this tool from here for 5-day free trial. So here's the tool, PropStream, right? Okay, so, all right, so from the starting point of, so when you get in the tool and if you're trying to search for a particular vacant house that you located, right? Okay. All right, so one that I looked at earlier today, let me see, I actually did a little video on it. I think it's 1401 Steiner. So I think the address is 1401. I'm not going to give out the whole thing. Okay. Now, some of this I'm gonna zoom through because there it is right there. Because YouTube trips about this data thing. We're trying to give someone's privacy out, but we're talking about real estate. This is educational. All right. So it pulls up information on the property. Now they've changed their They've changed their look on their platform here recently. They recently purchased Batch Leads, so I guess this is part of it because this sort of looks like Batch a little bit, the way it used to look. So, so now what I'll do, if I click on this 80 right, the information is right here on the property. So if I click on this information right here, right, I'm gonna click on it and I'm going to quickly go from the property details. Once I do the upload a recorded version of this, it'll make more sense. But as you can see, if I under property details, it would show me who owns the property, their mailing address. Now, the tab that I'm gonna go on right now is they own five other properties. I can see that information, right? Let's do this. Let me click out of this and I'm going to pull up some properties that are owned by LLC. So you don't think they'll trip about those, right?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull up a property LLC so you can see, so we can see better information, right? What I want you to see. So I'm just gonna pull up corporates in that zip code. So there we go. All right. So I'm gonna pull up this property. So now this is owned by a corporation, right?
Okay.
So now I can see the owner's name. I can see their mailing address. All right. I can also go over here to mortgage and transaction history, and I can actually see what they paid for it. They paid $13,000 for this property back in January of this year.
Oh, wow.
All right. So that's some very valuable information when you're trying to negotiate with a seller. Now, the app version of this makes it a lot easier to identify, to skip trace phone number. Skip tracing means you're trying to get someone's contact information, mainly a phone number, email, or stuff like that. But most of the time we're trying to get a phone number.
Okay.
All right. So that is an option, but you can do it here in the main window also. But what I also want to show you, so whenever you're trying to put a deal together, so we know who owns it now, and we actually see what they paid for it. Now we need to know what houses are selling for in that area. All right. So this is when we go under the comparables and nearby listings. So you'll hear this term a lot if you're new to the game, comps. It's short for comparable sales. So when an appraiser goes out to a property, they are looking for a number of things. They're looking for similar houses that have sold in excellent condition in most cases, if they're trying to do a retail appraisal, within a certain distance, the closer to the house as possible. They like to stay within a mile if possible. If they can get it a lot closer, they prefer that. They like to stay within a certain time frame, within 12 months. Hopefully it was just last month. Hopefully it was yesterday. Because that the closer to now, the better the comparable or the comp is. All right, so we can see a lot of the same things that they see, right? So I'm just going to look at the MLS data. So MLS simply means multiple listing service. That's what realtors use. And they use for years to basically to move properties around amongst each other before the internet. So they controlled the game. We didn't really have a choice or whatever. So if I just look at just MLS transactions that have occurred, if I want to see the high and the lows here, it's not a lot that happened in this particular area within a half a mile. This is set at a half a mile. The highest here is 170. I don't think that house is worth 170. It's more like the 52, the 61.43 in that range. So I'm gonna say probably about 50 grand is the number as far as what we call an ARV. Okay, so an ARV is very important in what I'm explaining, because in order to be able to know if you have a great deal or not, you have to know the end game. So we call it after repair value, not AVR, after repair value. That simply means what will the house appraise for? It's just a generalization, in excellent condition. After we fix it up, what will it appraise for? And then you go backwards, right? As far as how you're going to make your offer. All right. So now 3 things we've done already. We've been able to see who owns it. We see what they paid for it. And we see what the house is possibly worth based on what other properties have sold for, right? Now, you can get in here. So we were just looking at vacant houses because we may have been out driving and we jotted down 20 vacant houses. So now we want to research each one of them to reach out to the owner, because now we have some general knowledge about the properties themselves, who owns it. Now, a lot of this you can do while you're already out on the app version. I'll just do we may do another video on that or whatever. It's really useful when you're out and about. Now, another thing you can do, just as a quick tip here, you can just build certain lists here. So if I just put in here, we'll just say Los Angeles County. If I can spell it. I can't see.
You got it.
There we go, right there, boom. It's not what I was trying to do. All right, so it's loading. So there's over how many properties? There's over 332,000 properties. That didn't sound right. In Los, I still have that filter on, I think. Okay, I still have that filter on. That's why it's doing that. All right, so let me take that filter out. I know it's more than that. So in Los Angeles County, there's over 2.4 million properties when you count everything: houses, land, commercial real estate, everything. So if I go here to my filter, we have a leads list filter that can streamline things. We can do auctions, bank-owned, bankruptcy, cash buyers, divorce, failed listings, flippers, free and clear, high equity, liens, on market, pre-foreclosures, pre-probate, senior owners, tax delinquencies, tired landlords, upside down, vacant land, and zombie properties. My favorite three are tired landlords. Tired landlords is defined as someone that's owned the property for 15 years, but they don't live in it. So there's a possibility that they are tired of that, right? Dealing with tenants and all that stuff that comes with bad tenants, right? And then senior owners, that's someone that's owned the property for at least 25 years, or they have the tax exempt status, or they have a reverse mortgage. And then free and clear is just what it says. They don't owe any mortgages on the property. They may have some other liens, but not mortgages. Now, you see all the other options there. I just wanted to show you. I'm not going to dive into that because that's a whole nother video. But again, so now, real quick, I'm going to just show you. So let's just say that you find the house and you don't know what to offer a seller. So I have this tool. It's called Zomps. If you go here to find deals, right, and scroll down until where you see where it says create offer. And if you put in the ARV that you've determined, right, again, that's a whole other video in itself. We'll just say $100,000. Zomps is automatically going to tell you what you should offer on that property. Now, sometimes it still might be you may need to go even lower depending on the condition and the size of the property, but it's going to get you in the ballpark and in the seller in the right mind frame. So if the number is 100,000, we're going to probably be 40,000 or less on where we need to be, right? So that's just a simple tool that allows you to do that at Zomps.com, ZOMPZ, right? So you watch enough of my content, I'll pound you with how to access it and all that stuff or whatever. But so now, Adria, where do you get the contract? So remember I told you about my site, dealyourlater.com. If you text the word contract to 205-964-5243, you get access to this contract and a video to show you how to fill it out. Now, the contract is going to eventually lead you to my site right here. And if you go here where it says agreement forms, you'll see 3 documents here. One for the houses, which it says purchase and sale agreement. And the other one says land sale agreement. That's for land. And the last one is the closing detail sheet. It is basically a document to help the title company or escrow company or attorney know who's the seller, who's the buyer, who's paying what, who's receiving what, basically. All right, so if I click on this, it shows you the contract that you can fill out. It's been used thousands of times by thousands of people all over the country. So it works everywhere for houses. All right, so you have to fill it out. You're not just going to print it out and walk around with it. It has to be filled out first, and then you can print it out, right?
Yes.
Same thing with the land contract. Same thing. It's a little different. Fill it out, download it, print it out, boom. All right, so got contracts in hand, seller, buyer, set up a closing, boom, that's how you get paid. I explained it earlier when one of the other guys asked about how you get paid with no money or whatever, but that's how it all works. And I don't know if I did a good job on explaining this, but that's today's topic.
Bam. Back here, back. Here it goes. No, that was good. That was good. So for any of you that may be joining us for the first time, and for those of you who are here with us all the time.
So what, real quick. So
Yes.
to access that tool, text the word tool to 205-964-5243. You want the contract, text the word contract to 205-964-5243. What else? What am I missing? Well, no, we'll get to that.
Oh,
yeah.
And Zomps, you want to talk about Zomps?
No, we'll get, So.
Well, because you said we're going to Zomps and this is where you get it.
Well, yeah, it's Zomps. Yeah, just go to Zomps and find deals, create offer, and put your numbers in.
Okay.
Boom.
Cool. Okay. Any questions that you may have, any blanks that we need to fill in, go ahead and post that in the chat. My freaking flyers here. If there's anything that we might have missed in explaining it for anyone this first time being here, let us know that as well. So Ricky, I see you. Hello, everyone. If you like what Ty is saying, please like the video. Yes, we don't ask for much. If you could please like the video and then subscribe and share so you're notified anytime new content is uploaded across all social media platforms. We have a few new people that have come in. So Dr. Rodney from El Paso, thank you for being here. Stephen Vaughn from Philly, I think it's Philly, PA, in the house. Let's see here. Rockin' Robin, hey, how you doing? Along with Lisa, Akimi, thank you. Debbie, there you go. Let's see here. Brandon, I think I already said hello. But just saying hello again if I did miss you. And if I didn't say your name, I do apologize. So let's go back to our questions. We're just going to scroll down through the chat. Okay, so Ricky says, I sent you an email about a land deal. Did you receive that information?
You may have to resend it because I don't remember seeing it.
Okay, so Ricky, if you could send that back over, we'll be on the lookout for it. All right, so Charlotte had the address. Come on, let's use this address while you are there sharing your screen, because I did tell Charlotte I would come back to her. And I will put it on the screen. Just let me know when you're ready.
Order when you're ready.
He's ready.
Okay, Friday Drive. All right, so let's see, 46 on okay, so y'all can see it?
Yes.
Okay, so is this property listed? No. Okay, so this is a very small property. It says it's 682 square feet. Let's look at it. Hopefully we got a good visual here. That looks bigger than that. Is that a townhouse or something? Oh, it's a townhouse. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, like it's in the greatest area. Saying 44,000. I can just tell you, based on Zomps. Let me see here. What realtor says.
Charlotte did mention that they want 20 grand.
Yeah, we would want to be cheaper than that. Yeah, we want to be around. We want to be below 10 grand for that. 10. Below 10. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So there you have it, Charlotte. If you had any additional questions. Okay, so whoa. Where do we get that?
Well, if you take this address, well, you can add it to Zomps. It might not do a townhouse. Let me see. It did it. Okay, cool. So if I added it to Zomps, so basically I'd have Zomps downloaded to use with Zillow. Oh, y'all can't see it?
No.
Okay, my bad. All right, so let me go back through that because I'm assuming people know. Okay, so, and hopefully the tool is really not acting the way it should be. Hopefully the developer completed today. He said he would. I got hosed on that. I had to change developers. I'm just so frustrated. I don't know what to do. But you go here to Zomps and you hit Get Extension, and then it'll say Add to Google Chrome. So you'll add the extension, right? And then from there, once you add the extension, if you're on Zillow, let me clear this. You'll see this floating menu. Why my screen is 33,000? Oh my God. So you'll see this floating menu right here, right? And so now, if I hit the plus sign, it's going to add it to my Zomps panel. If I hit the little key, okay, now if I hit the black button that says Create Offer, it's going to tell me what I need to offer, which is 8,840.
So under 10.
Under 10. Well,
well, you're able to eyeball it.
Yeah.
This is going to put you more in the ballpark. So
yeah.
then you have Charlotte. You need to get that property Minimum 88.40, most definitely under 10. And that is for you making, hold on, go back. I want to see my deal. Okay. And, thank you. And that would be with me. Can you scroll up? I can't see.
What? No, that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't apply because it's not listed. So, okay. But just tell you what to offer.
Okay. All right, Charlotte. So hopefully that helps you out there with that property. So you got to get it a little lower. All right. So Debbie says, I found a property in Oklahoma on eBay and I am buying it on contract. Oh, you got it on contract, Debbie? Okay. Did you run all the numbers and making sure it makes sense? The end game is I was thinking about renting it for people that want to camp off the grid. The price was right and the person that is selling it is legitimate. Okay. Well, make sure you keep us posted on how that goes, and just make sure you always protect yourself.
Yeah, that's a specialized deal there, Debbie. Now that's a lot of speculation on what you're talking about. What's the price point on what you're spending on something like that? If you care to share, that's tricky right there.
Yeah.
You assume somebody's wanting to go on and live there off the grid or whatever.
You mean the end game?
Yeah, the end game. Yeah. That sounds good, but ooh.
Okay. Well, what is the backup of the backup, Debbie?
I don't know. You got to have people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why the rent in New York City will be higher than it is in Laurel, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It creates a demand to drive up the rent or whatever. So,
Okay. On that property that we were talking about Charlotte, she wanted to know would it be good for her owner finance?
Always, if you can get the right terms.
Always. Okay. Debbie says yes, ma'am. $195 down and $95 a month. The full price is $18.95. No. Debbie, if you've rang in numbers and you know the end game, you've been with us long enough. I feel confident that you know just everything's clear and clear and free. And it sounds like you might have a good idea there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Keep going. Next, Soulless says, I sent out 7 offers based off of KISS, which is the Keep It Super Simple strategy method. No luck yet, but trying to send out more. But the offer to purchase form on Zomps isn't working for me anymore. Did I reach a limit?
It's probably because it has a glitch in it. If the listed price doesn't end in zeros, like let's just say somebody said they were selling a property for $99,999, it's not going to download. So what you'd have to do is just take that up to 100,000. Yeah, just round it up where it ends in zeros.
All right, so let's give that a try and see if that works for you as far as creating your offer and being able to download it. Keep in mind, I know we just talked about going through the whole sequence earlier, and Ty mentioned printing it out, having it in hand. But keep in mind, we are living in a world where we're trying to be sustainable. So you can download it and email it. There's plenty of options like DocuSign. I think PDF, Adobe has one that's through them as well. So don't always feel the need to print out the documentation. Normally you can send it over by email and get it done without leaving the living room. Okay, so Derek Witherspoon wants to know, do you JV with other wholesalers?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Have you?
Ideally, though, if you, for me, I prefer that if I'm going to do it, it needs to be you got it on the contract, not my partner, none of that. You have it on the contract. First of all.
Okay.
Let's just start there. That's like the number one thing for me.
Okay, gotcha. Before you reach out, have you talked to the owner, the seller?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Understand. And what about, we didn't play it last week. I don't think we did, but what about the off the highway property?
Who?
The off the highway property, the industrial building, the commercial building that we're hoping someone could want to JV on.
Oh, no action on it yet.
Yeah, but you didn't even play it. You didn't play it last week. We'll play it before we close out tonight. We have some new faces, new ears, and some new people. All right. So Kevin says, "What's up, brother? How are you?" Hello, Kevin.
Hello there, sir.
And okay, so Brandon wants to know, where do you get the funding? So you kind of explained that when we went through the top to bottom, but maybe specifically just the A to B to B to C, that part.
Okay, so we're gonna use the clone for that.
All right.
We're gonna use the AI clone for that one. So let me.
He's gonna be yelling at us.
Okay, what's up, Tyrone?
What's good, Tyrone? What's going on? Let's get it. Here we go.
All right, so let me. So I have to share that tab. Okay.
All right, so what we're doing, we're about to pull up Clone and do a demonstration using Ask Flipman AI. This is a demonstration of what you would get if you did subscribe to that service. You ask it a question, anything that's on your mind, and you will get a tie answer. So we're going to take your question, Brandon, and ask Ty. Well, actually, we're going to ask Flipman. So you're going to clone Tyrone. You got us?
What's good, man? You still crunching those comps and repair costs to spot a real deal, or what?
Where do you get the funding for wholesaling?
All right, so here's the deal. When it comes to wholesaling, you don't actually need funding in the traditional sense because you're not buying the property yourself. You're just acting as the middleman, connecting a motivated seller with a cash buyer. That's why we say you can do this with no cash or credit. Now, if you're talking about the little bit of money needed to get started, or like for marketing or earnest money deposits, you can keep it super lean. You can use free methods like driving for dollars, networking, or even posting in Facebook groups. But if you've got a few $100, you can invest in tools like skip tracing or cold calling software to speed things up. If you're looking at something like transactional funding for double closings, that's where you borrow money just for a few hours to close the deal. There are companies that specialize in that, and they'll fund the A to B part of the transaction as long as you've got the B2C side lined up. It's all about leveraging other people's money and resources to make your deals happen. So what's your budget looking like? I can help you figure out the best way to work with what you've got.
What does AB? I don't know what you were talking about. AB. I don't know what that means.
Oh, my bad, man. When I said A to B, I was talking about the first part of a double closing. So A is the seller and B is you, the wholesaler. Then B to C is when you, the wholesaler, sell the property to your cash buyer. It's just a way to describe the flow of the deal. Does that clear it up?
Yeah. Okay. So you also mentioned transactional funding. What is that? I don't know what that is.
All right. So transactional funding is basically a short-term loan, usually for just 1 or 2 days. That helps you close a deal when you're doing a double closing. Let me break it down. Say you're buying a property from a seller and then selling it to a cash buyer, but you need to close with the seller first. If you don't have the cash to fund that first closing, a transactional funder steps in. They'll loan you the money for that A to B part of the deal, as long as you've got the B to C part lined up with your buyer ready to close right after. The cool thing is they don't check your credit, income, or anything like that. They're just looking at the deal itself and making sure your buyer's money is solid. You'll pay a small fee, usually around 2% of the loan amount, and sometimes a processing fee, but it's worth it if you're making a good profit on the deal. It's like a bridge that gets you from one side of the transaction to the other without needing your own cash. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So in a nutshell, you're saying that I really don't need any money. So the goal is to do what? What's my number one goal?
Your number one goal is simple. Find motivated sellers. That's the foundation of everything in wholesaling. If you don't have a good deal, nothing else matters. no buyer, no funding, no closing. So your focus should be on identifying property owners who need to sell fast, whether it's because of financial issues, divorce, inheritance, or just being tired landlords. Once you've got a motivated seller and a property under contract at the right price, the rest falls into place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
First of all, he slowed him down. You slowed him down. Like he's not talking as fast. He's talking.
Oh, I haven't done anything. It's probably just adjusting itself.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, did good. It did real good. All right, guys. So y'all got a sample of that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You can also utilize Ask Flipman AI by texting the word clone, CLONE, to 205-964-5243. All right. So I do have a question over here on TikTok, and let's see here. Okay, so Trenton Ballard said, whoa, it's the Flipman, OG part of my journey. Diedrich says, Flip, I will have some disposable cash next month. I would like to invest in properties. And then Ben Frey said, what was I supposed to text to get info? So Ben Frey, I got you covered. I'm putting it in the chat down there. And Abdullah's question, do you offer mentorships? I know we talked about coaching earlier. What's the answer for that?
Yeah, so I do offer, as I mentioned earlier, like to always preference, I literally give everything away through my YouTube channel. It's all there. So I've been putting out content since 2008, couple of thousand pieces of content. So it's all there. But to answer your question, I do offer coaching one-on-one. So if you're interested in doing that, you can either text this number on the screen, or you can email me. I'll throw that on the screen also. It's Ty, T-Y, @dealyoullater.com, but I'll put it on the screen also for you guys to view.
All right, thank you. And let's see here. Make sure I didn't have any follow-up questions over here. All right, and guys on TikTok, I know you weren't able to see the screen as Ty was sharing it, but keep in mind this video will be available as soon as we close out this evening.
Yeah, we were about 19 minutes in.
Yeah, we were about 19 minutes in, so you can go back and play that back as many times as your heart desires. All right, jumping back over here into the questions.
With the clone, you could test drive. You don't have to sign up for it. It's going to give you an opportunity to ask a few questions first to see how it works. But you see now we demoed it just now.
Yes.
So he was using terms that I know a lot of people don't know what they mean. So you can make him go deeper, because it may assume that you know something. You say, well, what does this mean? What does earnest money mean? What does this mean? Or whatever. What does ARV mean? How to break it down? Or what are you saying when you say ARV? You saying no, I'm saying ARV. So it's gonna go at your level, whatever that is. Okay. So I don't. Whew.
Well, it's at your pace because you can slow it down or speed it up as much as you like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Dr. Rodney, you say you have 5 distressed properties in your neighborhood. Well, what are you looking to do with those? Have you did some research to see who owns them? Do you know who owns them? So, what's your next steps? Let us know. We can help you out with that. So, Mary wants to know, is Tampa a good area to find these types of homes?
Wow. So Tampa, Florida. So we're talking about let's do this. Let's see. I guess Google's still good for something, huh? So we're going to Google the
403,364 for Tampa.
You're just looking at the
I know you want me to do the metro area.
Yeah, the metro, the PSA.
3,175,275.
So you're talking about a market with 3 million people in the surrounding area, right?
Yes.
It's a lot of beachfront property in that area too, on top of it.
Yep.
Right. So what was her name?
That's Mary.
So Mary, what you have to understand is that you just need people, right? And what I mean by that is, as you heard, the clone was talking a moment ago, it mentioned motivated seller a couple of times. So motivated sellers is the lifeline of what we do. Sellers that are eager to sell at a discount for whatever the reason is, right? It ain't always financial by no means. Sometimes it just, hey, I don't care about it. I'm tired, peace of mind or whatever. But so in Tampa, let me just ask you a few questions. So you already know what I'm about to ask her, Adrian.
I do, but you're not asking me.
Yeah. So do people die in Tampa?
Yes.
All right. That creates potential opportunities because of inheritance.
Hate to be morbid, but it's
All right.
factual.
Do people
Get divorced.
get divorced? That's
Yes.
morbid too, I guess. Might be a happy day. So do people get divorced? So that causes people to do stuff they wouldn't normally do
Yes.
because emotions involved.
Correct.
Right? Do people lose their jobs or income?
Yes.
Okay, that causes people to do things that they normally wouldn't do.
Yes.
Do people have medical situations in Tampa? Do they get sick in Tampa where medical bills can pile up unexpectedly?
Yes.
That could cause you to do some things you normally wouldn't do with a piece of real estate.
Correct.
Kids going off to college and you didn't do a good job of preparing for it, but you do have this piece of real estate over here that you can liquidate to handle that.
Sold.
People that used to live in Tampa, grew up there, but hadn't been there in 30 years, but they have some property there because we can go back to their inheritance thing or whatever. And stick of paying taxes on. Or they bought some property there years ago, thought it was going to be a good idea. The hurricane, can't get insurance now. I'm out.
Sold.
All right. So with all that being said, and that was just some life situation, tax bill, property tax. We hadn't even talked about tired landlords. That's your number one. That's the number one group right there. They're tired of people not paying them, tearing up the house, having to fix, and going to that about 7-8 times over the last 10 years. I'm DONE. On arrival. I'm done. So there you go. So then, like I say, then property just may need too many repairs and you can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Or don't want to put might can afford this, don't want to put the resources into that property for whatever reason. It could be an additional property, could be the one they live in, but definitely an additional property that they own. So we know all of those things exist. I don't care where you are. So now, what do you do about it? What was her name? Mary?
This is Mary.
Okay, so how do you take advantage of those? It boils down to generating leads. That's the name of the game here. Volume, timing, consistency.
Yes.
Volume is like why I push the KISS method so much, right? Because it allows you to get a lot of offers out there and the proper amount of no's that you need, yes. Right? Those of you all that have been using KISS and know how many no's you've been getting, just imagine you were doing the same thing with cold calling. Both work, don't get me wrong, but just imagine. So I'm cold calling someone. First, let's go through the layers, Adrian.
Oh.
All right, let's go through the layers. First, does the number even work?
Nope, gotta get the number.
All right. If the number does work, do I have the right person?
Nope, wrong line.
If I do have the right person, will they even answer the phone?
What you calling me for? It's after 8.
All right. If they do answer the phone, will they even talk to me?
Nope, I ain't got time. Please.
All right. If they do talk to me, do they even want to sell?
I do, but I'm asking 3 times.
All right. If they do want to sell, now the games begin. Do they want to sell at a price that makes sense? All right. So look all those layers you had to get to just to get to that no. Whereas this stuff is already for sale using the KISS method is already for sale. So all the no's that you would normally get, which you're going to get the same, you ain't going through all those layers just to get to that one no. You can get the 30 no's in a day like it ain't nothing to get to that yes. So the point is not easy. You know, it's more than worth it, beyond worth it. But I like to set the right expectations.
Offers are free, but time ain't.
All right.
Save some of your time. All right, Fusion. You said you like the KISS method. Yes. Hey, if you work it, it works. If you work it, it works. It makes it really easy, and it makes it.
No, don't use that word.
Use easy. We're not going to use
don't
easy.
Use
it
that
makes
word.
it more manageable. And what is it? It makes it just take some of the steps out of it for you.
Yeah, just create the activity that you need. It takes a lot of activity.
Sure. Keep you from getting hung up on.
Yeah.
Stop. Yes.
Well, agents still act ignorant. They might not cuss you out, but they can act real ignorant. You know, so just unbelievable to me.
All right. So
unbelievable.
Mary, hopefully that answered your question, and you asked a question that was good for everyone else too. So I do appreciate you for that. Aston says, I needed to hear that. Elia Sunshine, hello. Thank you for being here. All right, so I'm gonna scroll back up and jump right back into where I left off. All right, so
it ain't even coming.
Soulless. So using the KISS method, obviously, is a lowball method. Start low. You don't feel
Aggressive offer.
there. You go. Not lowball, aggressive. Ooh, yes. Implementing prop stream and comps could help me come up with a more attractive offer that will still work for everyone. Some don't like lowball.
Most don't like low ball. We're talking about some. Most don't.
Yeah.
Aggressive offers. And the reason we make aggressive offers because we're number one. We're in it to make money,
Yes.
and we want to reduce risk as much as possible.
Correct.
Period. Ain't no. That's it.
Well, think about this. You kind of get rid of the option of if you were the seller and you said, just give me a number, and I say 10. You say, okay. You're going to be sitting there thinking, well, dang, you agreed that really easy. You probably would say yes to
Well,
8.
we can't worry about that at that point, but you're right.
Start aggressive and then make them meet you where they really want to be. If you give me that whole, well, tell me how much you want to pay. I don't want to pay nothing if you want to start there, right? So it helps you, like Ty said, make an aggressive offer that doesn't waste as much of your time. So you know where you need to be, and you just need to see if they're even willing to come close to it. So you don't fall in love with the deal, and so that you can keep moving on to the next thing. All right, so let's see. Going down. Jerome Foy says, how about absent owners who walked away and owe back taxes? So tax liens, what do you feel about those?
Well, good you mentioned that. So I recently did a video on that, on a tool that you can access for tax liens. Matter of fact, I'll show it. And if you want to get a discount, you want to mention the fixed flip man. I don't have an actual link that I could provide, but we do the best we can. Well, he doesn't have an affiliate link. I don't know why he doesn't, but it is what it is. So let me show you. Let me see. So if you go to parcelfair.com, let me show you the site. So they have 30 out of the 50 states on their list. If y'all can see my screen?
Yes.
So you can see we got Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, which is new, North Carolina, it's 33, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Washington. No, that's 30. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
There you go.
Thank you.
So go to Parcel Fair, and Tim will give you a discount. Just let them know the Flip Man sent you.
All right, parcelfair.com. All right, so over here on TikTok, got you. I got you.
And that's for people that want to do tax liens or tax deeds, tax certificates.
My turn?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So over here on TikTok, explain the KISS method.
Keep it super simple. So what is the KISS method? So I've struggled for years to get people, the KISS method was developed out of need because I failed you guys at getting, I think, the masses to understand how to run the numbers on that formula that a lot of people use, or a version of it, right? So I needed to simplify the process so it could create activity. We had normally two extremes. Someone would find out about wholesaling and, all I got to do is just find a house for sale, put it in a contract, and boom, my money falling out of the sky. No. All right. So they don't even care about running the numbers. You got that crowd, right? Then you got the other end. They trying to understand that formula that most people run with, and they so unsure if their numbers are right, they don't do anything. So we have one extreme, another, people too fast and too aggressive, to some that ain't doing nothing, right? So no, it's just more fear and then being unsure, more so than paralysis. That's true. That's the same thing, right? So anyway, so I come up with a simple method to, number one, to be able to make offers really simple. I came up with a table initial, and that was still too complicated for people. So then I came up with an actual tool that you just plug in the numbers, and it'll just tell you what you should be offering a seller. Now, sometimes you may have to still go lower. Sometimes a lot of times it's going to be really close. But the main thing is you got them going in the right direction if they're even considering your offer. That's one thing to help you make offers. The other thing with KISS is it allows you, for years I preached against targeting properties that were listed with agents. Not more so to think that there weren't opportunities there, just I know how difficult it is to deal with agents. I try to say, you know what, these are grown people I'm dealing with. Let them bump their heads. But also what it does is that with the KISS method, you know, as I went through that process a moment ago with trying to get someone on the phone through a cold call, with something that's already for sale that's listed, right? Even though we got a middleman with an agent that's listed, it's low-hanging fruit. Best way I can explain it, Adria, is low-hanging fruit on this. What type of tree you want it to be?
Ooh, it's a big tree.
All right, they green. It's a low-hanging fruit on the fig tree. None of it's ripe, right? But some of it starts to slowly get ripe, and those are your opportunities, right?
Yes.
So the low-hanging fruit is already for sale. So only thing, you just getting straight to a no or yes, not trying to just literally trying to get the person on the phone, right? You know, yeah. Anyway, so I created a method that allows you to easily target what to look for, what to target, and how to make the offer. Even when as far as creating a little document, if you put in the numbers in Zomp, it'll print out the document. Allow you to download the document and everything, your actual offer that you'll send to an agent. So now it's just a numbers game. It's just putting the work in at that point, right? So that's mainly what the KISS method is about. So there you go.
All right. Keep it.
Text the word KISS, and it'll be a more detailed training to break it all down for you.
All right. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because that goes into another question that's in the chat. We mentioned about, so as you watch that video explaining KISS, you're going to see where we target. You're going to target the ones with not as many views, not as many pictures, and not as much details on the property, because we say that's a lazy realtor. But the question is, what do you do when they do actually respond? So how do you deal with people being smart or rude when you send them an offer they obviously do not like? In regards to real estate agents, I don't understand why they get mad when they get paid the same.
Okay, so, well, a lot of times it doesn't even get that far. I don't think that they even see that they're going to get paid the same. And then I think it's more of a culture thing, that they don't like the lowball thing, quote unquote. We call it an aggressive offer. So it's more of a mindset or whatever. So it don't even really get past, what they gonna make, I think, or whatever. I have no idea, but it's just the way they are. But it's the way to say anything,
Correct.
But stuff gets done like that. So we had a property last week, and I'll show you guys. But let me just show you. I'm glad you brought that up. So
thank you so much.
let me just show you guys from last week. We had a property where someone was looking at or whatever. Here it is right here. Okay, so let me put it on the screen. All right, so look at this property right here, right? So it's blotted out. It must be some type of law enforcement or something, but it was showing last week. But anyway, so this property is still for sale. It's a sale for $399,900, right? $400K basically. So if we go down to the price history, look how data can just be so revealing sometimes. Look at this row right here, Adrian. Tell me, what do you see?
They listed it in February for $525.
Guess what? If you'd offered that $400,000 back in February, guess what they'd have said to you? And go ahead, continue. They laugh. They're gonna do more than that.
And probably said some expletives and told you don't ever call them.
Don't even call me. No, you're insulting my client. What is wrong with you? I dare you. Where did you come up with that number? Look at you now. Look at you now.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And it still ain't cheap enough. $125,000 price drop. You wouldn't believe that, would you? And it still ain't cheap enough, because ain't nobody bought it. Just to see.
Just see.
That's how that's what our offer would be. Let me see. Now we would be at 240.
Yeah. So
Our offer would be Our offer would be at 240 based on KISS.
yeah.
But again, I'm just trying to prove the point is that
What they would have laughed at 5 months
what they
ago,
would have laughed at, hey, back then.
you didn't want me.
Now I'm hot.
Y'all
Hey,
like, don't.
hey.
But yeah, so that was a really good example. If you had said $400,000, they would have.
Yeah, in February, if you'd have said 400 grand, they would have been pissed.
But now they would be circling back to your offer.
Now they would be circling back to your offer. See what I'm talking about? That's 5 months later, though. Now
Yeah, we'll look at it again.
that only happens if you would have put your offer in before. Again, it still ain't cheap enough. But we got a way to see what buyers are paying. So when they circle back, then we see what buyers are willing to pay to see if we need to move forward or not.
Even if we circle back on your 4, you'd be like, hey, no.
No. I ain't gonna probably do it just on GP because how you clown.
You act so ugly.
You just act so ugly. Did your mama teach you that?
Yeah.
I know she did. Come on now. I don't know. I can't even get it out. I can't even get it out. Why would you?
Yes.
Where did you come up with that offer?
Same place you should have. Yes. Okay. So.
Saddle tramp.
Okay. Plus, they have no mix of the property asking for what renovated property is going for. Yes.
What they said?
About the rude agents and asking when they don't have any pics listed for the property.
Yeah, they just sorry, just lazy.
So
one photo, you couldn't get, huh?
Yeah.
You can't even take the front and back and at least do that. They ain't even get out the car. Sometimes they be like half photos, you know what I'm saying?
But I do have one thing, right? And not taking it back to elementary, but we talked about comparables earlier. Comparables. Either way, it's right. What Solis just mentioned, how does that impact your comps? Something that's renovated. So we're saying same reasonable size, reasonable bill here, bedroom, baths, square footage, but I've added an extra renovations. I've added extra 3 rooms. Does that change the ARV?
Yeah, square footage.
Okay.
It ain't really the number of bedrooms and bath because you can add more bedrooms and bath without changing the square footage.
Correct.
That may give you a little more interest in the property. It don't really give you a lot more value in the property because of the square footage is priced per square foot.
Right. So we're saying we do consider renovations, but what we possibly would not consider pools. Not the pools. What is it? The land, the lot beside it, or
no, that could be taken into consideration. Just depending on where it is. In 35211, an additional lot won't mean crap. 35209, it may change everything. It may give you another 150, 200.
All right. So those are considerations in your comps as well.
Yeah.
The reason why to use KISS.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's got your questions there answered. You got me nailed that. Okay. So Marie says, what if you got $15K and you want to invest it? What do I need to do?
I would leverage that money into some owner financing deals.
Okay.
Multiple deals. Should be able to do multiple deals. That's what I would do with it.
All right. So Cleophas says, I have a $1.4 million property in Helena. And would you potentially have a off-market buyer? It's 80 acres. The property has been appraised at 1.3, and I could possibly get it at 1.2.
That ain't cheap enough. That ain't nothing special about that.
Okay.
And when you say it's appraised at that you know, the investor's not gonna look at it in that way or whatever. And that's not cheap enough. You know, going from on 1.3 to 1.2, that ain't gonna get nobody attention. 1.3, no, that may not be cheap enough. To 700, okay, now we getting some attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you?
Because land can be so speculative, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
or whatever. So
what's coming? What's already there? Undeveloped.
Well, yeah, just gonna depend on what it is. You know, like what is the zone for? Number one, we'll have to rezone it to get its best and highest use. What's the topography? How flat, slopes, all of that stuff. How much road access? Any wetlands that could be good or bad? Flood zones, all that stuff. How much timber is there that could add some value, or whatever. You know, just by removing that, you know, it could have its own price point in itself, value in itself. So, got to know all those factors. Now, if it's already a listed property, he said it was off market, or what did he say?
Well, he didn't say the property was off market. He said an off market buyer. So not particularly.
I don't know what he mean by that. Off market buyer.
I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, we have that there. Okay. Cleophas, if you had any follow up to that, you can put it in the chat, and I'll be sure that I make sure I read that as well. Now, Debbie, coming back to you, I know you have this property. It says a contract assignment. A contract assignment is not allowed. I bought it because I could afford the payments. It's a 50 by 134, and this was zoned for a subdivision that is undeveloped.
50 by 134. So it's not a house; it's just land.
Yeah, it's like living off the grid, like in your camper or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I know people. They sell those lots like that or whatever.
Okay.
So does it have road access?
Debbie, you can answer this question.
Does it have road access?
Okay. The property Debbie, you can put those answers in there. Cleophas says that the property is off market and it has a 3-acre lake on the property too.
Okay.
The 8 acres.
That's 3 acres right there. Okay. That's good.
Okay. Let's see here. There is
yeah, just email me. Just email me. I'll take a look at it if you don't want to put it out there or whatever.
It's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let's look at it then. Let's see.
All right.
Let's look at it. All right.
And Debbie did respond. It has a dirt road, so it does have road access.
All right. Put it back on the screen. Oh, that's on Shall Say, Chris. Okay. That may mean something.
What side of that mountain you talking about? What part of Bluff is Bluff? So guys, what we're still using is he's gonna look at a potential property.
That may make a difference. It's an investment.
It's back there on that right when you cross over.
Yeah, I'll be able to tell you in just a moment. So let's see here. So y'all can see my screen. So that's 39 of it. So we'll pull it up in
so it's split.
Yeah, we'll pull it up. So we do have a land tool that you can access also. I'm gonna start there. Wait a minute, that ain't it. Text APN Apple Paul Nancy to 205-964-5243. It's called the Land Portal. All right, so McCrary. So this don't have no road access.
Oh, that's the lake.
Yeah. What?
Well, that little cut through right there.
Okay, they must own this and this. Okay, so this must be the road access right here. Okay, so that's 30. That's 36 of it, and then this is 39 of it. Okay, so it's right on what's the name. I wanted this to, is this the drop off side or what? Let's see here. Let's put it flat down.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see what municipality this is. Trying to see what municipality this is. Okay, it does say Helena City. Okay, okay. That matters. What does it say?
You did mention there is one home on it, which is that right there. Is that?
Oh, so they can get back there? Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that cut through that we see is the road.
Yeah, right through there, huh?
That's so small, tucked off back in there.
Oh yeah, they doing it back there.
It'll be in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Not
So let's do this.
All right.
So I'm just gonna see what this 36 acres, what it says worth right back here. I'm just gonna let it do it like that, right? Obviously, once you chop it up, it becomes worth more. So
All right. And so Land Portal, LandPortal, is where Ty is right now on the screen.
okay, so it's saying 7,000 an acre. So basically, $500,000, a little over $500,000. I don't know where he getting that million from. I think we off quite a bit on this. Let me look at something else here. Let me see what this one goes for by itself. The one that is on.
So you said it was 36 on one and then 39 on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's
75.
7,100.
Yeah, that's probably. So that bike, I knew the back lot was going to probably be worth less because it doesn't have any road frontage, or you got road access with no road frontage. So I think he's way off.
That only gives you half, like you said. Half. Even if you say, yeah, that's $550.
Yeah, that's full price.
Yeah, that's
you might pay a little more, but that's I don't know where he came up with that number. He may be basing it on what an acre will sell for. Let me see if I found an acre, something like that. So let me see if I can find an acre in here.
So in this type situation where we're saying like the house doesn't even matter because you can keep the house. You can split everything up around it.
Well, see, if you could just buy that front part, it'll be, what I'm saying? It would be.
Got the road access.
They got the road access, got road frontage too.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that would be major in itself. All right, so like an acre is only like 11,000. You know what I'm saying? So, it don't make, and I think that's what he's running his numbers on. He's
off the 11.
Off the 11. He's running his numbers based off what an acre would sell for. I mean, when I say he, I'm talking about the owner.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So an acre basically selling for 11,500. Did I do that right?
825.
That's all that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's higher than that. Okay. Yeah, damn. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So there you go. I was basing it off of the appraisal. What do you guys think I need to offer for this property? An aggressive offer.
Yeah, it has to be. It got to be just on that just quick look right there. You're talking like a half. There's some in the appraisal that, like I say, is the timber that's driving it up. Or something. Is the timber worth anything? If some there, because that has to be taken into consideration if it's there. But it looks like we're possibly 800 off the appraisal. Well, really more than that, because we're only talking about $400,000.
Because even if you did divide it, right?
Yeah. Now you got to take the house in consideration, but we're not. We're talking about the land.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, keep the house.
Keep the house.
Can carry it off. Yeah.
You can stay there.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay. So around a half. This is where you live.
Mm-hmm.
Around a half. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, this is Darian from Georgia. Just tuning in and following. I see so many vacant properties around my neighborhood and surrounding areas. I see this is something I do believe I could be successful at. If it is, as you say on your Facebook post, negotiate, price, and place under contract. Find the property, find the owner, put under contract, find the buyer.
Oh, that's what I said?
Sell. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I guess I said it.
That's the gist. Yeah, that's the gist. Okay. So Cleophas says the land value on the appraisal at 1.2.
So the house is only 100. Oh wow. Yeah, Word. I would love to see where they're getting them comps from on the appraisal.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall in love with it. Make your offer and keep going unless there's something hidden. There's something there that's not mentioned or seen. But yeah, that would be the best numbers from what we saw together for that property. Blackthorn. What was funny?
Yeah.
Yelling at me. Okay.
Oh, was I yelling at you?
No, you weren't yelling at me.
Oh.
The phone. And I was the phone. Yes, I was on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
ran. Okay. So I think I've ran through all of the questions here. Tigers from Minnesota. I don't even think I said Minnesota. We got some money from Minnesota here. And I see a lot of new names. I would be interested to know, you can just put your hand in the comment if this is I'm just going to say it wrong. If this is your first time being on Flipinar, or this is your first time hearing about wholesaling, period. Correct? I would love to know in the chat. Put that in there. And while you're putting that in the chat, we're going to go through some of the keywords that we talked about today. That you can send to that number 205-964-5243. So go. What is it?
Well, yeah, if you want access to the clone, so it's basically just having me on demand to answer your questions. Whether you need a question about what to say to a seller, what to say to a buyer, what does something actually mean? As far as analyzing properties, without you providing a certain amount of information, it makes it difficult for it to do it, but it's going to get you going in the right direction on what it needs. If you can bring back what it needs and tells you where to go get what it needs, it's going to be able to do that for you. It can advise you about the contract part of it, what something means on the contract. Obviously, houses. It could talk to you about land. It could talk to you about self-storage. It could talk to you about apartments. Just whatever. So definitely, if you want to tackle that, have that access to it, you can test drive it for free. Text the word clone to 205-964-5243. We were just talking about land, and if you want to, the tool that can help you evaluate land, it does a lot of more things, but it allows you to skip trace property owners' names on single skips. You can do multiple skips that cost but the single skip, it just comes with the monthly subscription on single skips or whatever. So text APN, Apple, Paul, Nancy, APN to 205-964-5243. What else? What else we got? Oh, tool. So from tonight's show, we demoed the tool that'll show you and talked about who owns that vacant house. You can build all type of lists there. You can evaluate properties. You can see what the seller paid for a property, which can be very valuable in negotiating. Text the word tool, TOOL, no S, to 205-964-5243. So appreciate everyone that joined. If you were new tonight, welcome aboard. I thank you. If you're really serious about this, this is a place to get everything you need to know to make it happen. But all of this is worthless if you don't take action. I'm talking about it's not worth a dime if you don't take action. So with that being said, I appreciate AP showing up, and I have an opportunity I want to show you guys that I would love to partner with you on. It's a warehouse that I got a bead on, an opportunity on. So let me try to find it and play it. Here it is right here.
Imagine buying a $2.8 million warehouse for $1.75 million. Yeah, this is that deal. 43,230 square feet, zoned M1, sitting on 14 acres. Industrial dreams, y'all. 7 acres of paved concrete on a flat site, ready for anything. Dock high and drive-in access? Wow, this warehouse does both. Clear heights up to 34 feet, that's big time access for all types of storage. Only $40 per square foot, which totals $1.75 million. To build it, at least $2.8 million, not counting the 14 fenced acres. Only 2 miles from I-65 in Birmingham, Alabama. Prime location. Whether you're an investor, end user, or broker. Don't let this one slip through your fingers. Wholesalers, bring the buyer and a $15,000 JV fee is yours. This one won't last. Follow instructions on the screen for more details.
All right, guys. So just hit me up if you find a buyer for that. I would love to work with you. So appreciate everyone that joined us tonight on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, LinkedIn, Facebook a couple of times, and you of the tube. Thanks, and we will see you guys on the FLIP SIDE.
Long time.
Offers all free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers all free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Started with nothing, now I'm in the game. Coaching with Flipman, remember the name. No license, no cash, no shame. Just hustle data and I built my lane. Driving for dollars, eyes on the block. Motivated sellers, I don't miss a shot. ARV low, got the buy on lock. Assignment signed, now watch me pop. Contracts tight, got the tools on deck. Zounds with the list, now cut that check. Follow up game like a FedEx vet. Close in 2 weeks, say less, no sweat. Offers all free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers all free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
They laughing now, but they be calling later. Yo, how you close without no paper? It's that flip man style, ain't no faker. I'm a deal creator, not a chaser. They gatekeep deals, we break them locks. Send that proof, got the docs on the dock. Due diligence game, yeah, I walk that talk. And the haters just noise like TikTok off. I coach what I know, not just for clout. Real ones know what I'm really about. If you're scared to offer, go ahead and bounce. We make 50K off a mouse click route.
Offers all free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers all free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
It's Flip Man, baby. You scared money? Go get a 9 to 5. But if you about that action, shoot your shot. Offers all free.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-52439. Yep. 205